Aarav stared at his school bag, then the clock, then back at his bag. "Where's my math book? I know I kept it here," he muttered, flipping through a messy pile of papers and snack wrappers. From the kitchen, Nani called, "Aarav, do you need help?" "No, I'm fine," Aarav yelled back, though clearly not. His head was spinning. He hadn't finished his science homework, forgotten about the class test, and now his math book was missing. Everything felt like a fog, thick, confusing, and frustrating. At school, things got worse. He couldn't answer Mr. Kapoor's questions. And during lunch, he snapped at Kabir for offering him an extra sandwich. "Stop babying me. I'm not hungry." Kabir frowned and walked away, sandwich in hand. That evening, Aarav sat quietly on the swing in their balcony. Nani came over with 2 mugs of hot cocoa and a notebook. "You look like your brain has too many tabs open," she said gently. Aarav sighed. "I feel lost. Everything's everywhere. I don't know where to start." Nani handed him the notebook. "Want to try something? It's called a clarity list. I use it when my thoughts get cloudy." She opened a page and wrote, 1. What is bothering me? 2. What do I need right now? 3. What's one small step I can take? "Try answering honestly," she said. "No need to solve everything. Just start by seeing clearly." Aarav thought. 1. I forgot homework, lost my book, and shouted at Kabir. 2. I need to feel less panicked. 3. I can apologize to Kabir and clean my bag. His mind felt lighter. The next morning, Aarav waited by the school gate. When Kabir arrived, Aarav stood in front of him and said, "I was rude yesterday. I was stressed and took it out on you. I'm really sorry." Kabir smiled. "You looked like your brain was on fire. We're good." They high-fived. Clarity in thought had led to clarity in friendship. 2 weeks later, Aarav was chosen for a class debate. The topic was, should school uniforms be banned? He was excited at first, but as the event drew near, his mind fogged up again. What if I say something wrong? What if I forget my lines? What if I look silly? He scribbled points everywhere, his notebook, sticky notes, even his hand. On the morning of the debate, his heart thudded like a bass drum. At breakfast, Nani noticed his shaky hands. "Foggy again?" she asked, smiling. Aarav nodded. This time she handed him a small mirror. "Look at yourself. Take a breath. Say clearly, I know what I believe and I can say it simply." He repeated it, unsure at first. Then again louder. Nani continued, "Now, what's your main point? Not 10 things. Just one." Aarav thought, uniforms take away our freedom to express ourselves. "Perfect," Nani said. Now build everything else around that. That sentence became his anchor. His other ideas snapped into place like puzzle pieces. Suddenly he could see his speech in his head. When his turn came, Aarav stood straight, took a breath, and started with confidence. Good morning. I believe school uniforms take away our freedom to express who we are. He spoke clearly from the heart. No fancy words. Just conviction. He didn't win the debate, but he won his own fear. That night he wrote in his journal. Clarity means knowing what matters, blocking out the noise and saying it straight. Summer holidays arrived. Aarav visited a nature camp with Kabir. One activity involved collecting water from a stream and observing it. Kabir's jar was clear. Aarav's was muddy. Let's wait 10 minutes, the camp leader said. Don't stir it. Sure enough, after a while, Aarav's jar settled. The dirt sank and the water cleared up. The leader smiled. This is like your mind. When it's stirred with too many thoughts, it's cloudy. But if you pause and let it settle, it becomes clear. Aarav stared at the jar. It looked just like how he'd felt that morning on the balcony swing. Back at school, Aarav found that students were grumbling about the heavy school bags. Even teachers admitted it was a problem. Ms. D'Souza invited suggestions. Aarav raised his hand. Can we have lockers or a digital copy of some books? Good idea, she said. Would you like to present it at the next student council? He nodded. Later, Kabir whispered, Who are you and what have you done with the old panicked Aarav? Aarav laughed. He got replaced by one who's learning how to find clarity. In your mind, write it down, breathe, and choose what matters most. In communication, say things simply and kindly. In emotions, take a pause instead of reacting right away. In life, like muddy water, things become clear when you stop stirring. The end.